Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith, the Smith in the Black, Strat Time Report, and a whole bunch of jostling around here. So, President comes out and speaks. At the time, like we know on the weekly, yesterday we took that week. We're still two up, two down on the week, right? But anytime you go into a lower low, right, it's called exhaustion risk. That's something you want to know about. That's why we like to come back through previous range and rip through this stuff. We're trying to come down on these guys, but as we got down into here, here's our 60-minute, then expansion, right? And so oftentimes when you're waiting on news, price discovery starts over again. So we're waiting on the president, and here was that 5-minute broadening formation we were watching. Lower low, higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low, and then boom. And you've heard me say each 60 is like a new day to us. And if you go to the 30, one of the things you always want to be aware of when you're in exhaustion risk going into new lows is that lower low right here and not holding. Because when it came back into here, and we already know about this here, then you got this on the 30. 2 down, 2 up reversal right here, right? And if that works, it's going to be an outside 60 because we know outside bars exist. Now, so a big tone change in there. So what that does is it throws us into conflict. Red on the month. We have a signal on the week and we're red. Green on the day, right? So that kind of messes things up a few. And there's a lot of jostling around here we're going to show you because everything's going to reset here a bit until we think things calm down. So if you go to QQQ, got real close down into here to taking this baby out. Didn't quite do it. Still an inside month. And how's that fiver over there? There it is. Bing, 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 boom. Right? And there you go to the 30. Once again, the slight lower low. 2-2 reversal off the 30. Ooh. And then right back up. Now you got a new 30 and 60 starting off here. So let's see what they really want to do because it was a big kind of reset there because we know the energy's been strong. But then, after the president comes out, and you got no news in here, you go to crude on the 60, you're going to see this. Inside 60, 2-1-2 reversal, right? And so if we were watching the Nurgu off the gapper list, hoop, there it is, the 2-2 reversal here. Right, you're gonna got to protect on that because you're up into exhaustion risk. You're going into the highs. Real nice one though here. I mean that's on the Nurgu. That's 424.26 down to 382. All right, that's a nice move right there. Right, if you're on top of it. And I know at this point most of us have the long bias on energy because of what's been going on. But you got to be aware of that when you gap into exhaustion risk. That's a 2-2 reversal on the Nurgu because you had all those guys running. And then when that happened, bottom fell out. Chevron, still holding much better, as you can see, but does come in a bit. But Chevron's still good and still green on the day if these things start to recover. Right now, crude's selling off again. Valero, now coming in as well, because Valero we're watching to see to take this 2-2 reversal week here, right? Still green on the day, but well off the highs as we know. Watching this new 60 to see if this market stays firm. It is. Because earlier on too, we had the solars, ENPH here going after the inside month, right? Came back through this previous range. We like that, right? So we'll see if that sets up. So the solars are holding up here. It looks like SunPower still holding. So these solars still holding. These are the 2-2 reversal on the month. Slight lower low. 2 up, down, 2 up, SunPower. All right. If you go to Sedge, SEDG coming back to previous range, right? Taking out last month's highs and going after this week's highs, right? So that's still good too. If you go to Run coming up here. Once again, the 2 down, 2 up hammer month, still working. So you can see it was the oil and gas names that took the hit, not the solars. If we go to CSIQ, and CSIQ, not quite an inside month, but you're taking out 2 months of highs in here. And you've got the whole crew going. So it looks like Profitecky land in the oils and gas, but rotating into solar power. They are. If we go to Cat Tractor, Cat Tractor having a nice 3 hours here, right? Cat is also 2 down, 2 up on the month now, right? That's something I'd want to know about. After last week, it went 2 down, 2 up slightly, and now following through. And you can see this on the weekly. Your weekly broadening formation and now getting back through it. So we'll see if Cat can maintain going forward here. If we take a look at gold coming in with the energy, and gold is inside year to the upside. Now, we know that from the macro vid, but now that we're getting a little shake up here after the president spoke, we'll see how things go. If we go to, how did NBR do? And NBR is coming in with them. This usually pretty thin, but it's getting volume today. If we go to DDS, and DDS having a nice little day in the retail. 2 down, 2 up right here. See that? There we go. So you're coming back to the previous range, DDS. Little chop shop here in this weekly, but trying to get outside of these monthlies. All right. If we go to, let's see how WPRT is doing, little guy. And WPRT, you can see this spike. Now probably going inside on the 60, but coming out of the ashes, 2 down, 2 up month, but we'll see. Now you got these Muller bar problems because you're back into the middle of it to see how it's going to take out all of that. If we go to AMTX, and AMTX backing off just a tad here. Let's take a look here. And just inside month to the upside. So that's what we're looking for. Watching these energies still coming in. They're still losing the energies. If you go to like FANG, now going outside day to the downside, now taking out last week's lows. So you got some problems coming in over there. So things changing very quickly as I speak, which means we're going to be on our toes for the rest of the day, shuffling around trying to find out who's following through what. If you go to CLB, that was having a nice day, but now backing off here. So if we go to, well, we had Apple working and then everything turned. Apple was working, trying to come down through this, right? But then like so many things, she comes roaring back into the conflict. The inside month still a 2 up, 2 down on the week, but now everything's starting to rally back. Let's stay on the SPY. All right, we want to see if this new 60, you can see stop these guys out, coming back through this previous range. Then it's going to be a matter of you strong enough to get back up into here, you see? So we still got plenty of day left. We did have weakness, now it's coming back, so everything's changing real quickly. XLP was weak, but now that starts to come back because you had stuff like Pepsi. Here was inside day to the downside, the 312, and so on that setup, we're looking to take this out, right? Had the 3-1, and then the 2's going to take that out, which it did, and then it goes into exhaustion risk, you see? And you can see how it's been also price discovery like that, tries to resolve to the downside, and now coming back through here, right? So a lot of things changing here. We're going to get a little triangulation on a lot of this stuff. If you go to Northrop Grumman, and Northrop Grumman, 2 up, 2 down day reversal, right? We know this thing's had a nice run, but when they take profits, it looks like this. And if you go to the 60, you'll see this. 2 up, 2 down reversal right here, back through the previous range, and then you get the down, the inside, the measured move, and then some. Still coming back down through. Tells us, Lockheed Martin, how you doing, buddy? 2 up, 2 down. How's General Dynamics? General Dynamics, 2 up, 2 down. And once again, we like to see the same pattern across the stocks in the same group. Right? That tells us they're taking profits in these. Right now, they're scrambling in the energies. Let's see what else we got here. Cisco, probably coming back with the market. But yeah, Cisco was real nice because you had that inside day that broke the inside week. But then, once again, slight lower low and boom, right back up. And if you go to your 30, see this here. The 2-2 reversal bringing them right back up. Still holding the market, still rallying back here. If we go to Bro, and Bro is getting hit, and you can see here the higher high and then back to the previous range. Exhaustion going into here, but if you can come down here, you can still work in that bottom of the month. The other pattern we look for in the weekly, the outside weak, the 3, the 2 up, and boom, these two become an outside bar of that. Right, it also happened to FTNT. FTNT, there's your outside month. Inside month, outside month. The 3, 2, 2 to take that out. And then the question, you go into exhaustion risk, right, when you take these out here. So we're looking to come back through this thing here. But right now, things are changing pretty quick. So we're going to be on our toes, and we want to just keep following those 60s to see if the market keeps following through. Right now, it's a slight 2 to the upside. But these 60s going to tell some tales because we had a big tone change right as that was coming on and right after the president spoke. So we're going to let things mellow out here just a bit to make sure they want to do what they want to do to take, all this energy's coming in, and like some of the pandemics rallying back, like the airlines and stuff like that. So it's a lot of conflict out there. Not always our favorite setup, but you did have, watching those 30-60s work. So I'm going to cut it just a little early so I can get on here and figure out what's going on in the afternoon. That's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith, Mr. Black, Strat Time Report.